our nation, erasing racial barriers along the way. You fought for peace and freedom using nonviolence and preached equality to our country. Your words inspire not only me, but also many others to understand that everyone is equal, not just people with different color skin, but people who are looked upon as outcasts today. I read your legacy, and in my common wisdom, I believe you wanted us to stand together, love ourselves, promote unity, improve industrialization, and challenge ourselves in all adversaries to make the image of Black proud. But what do I see today? Some youth are killing one another and seek temporary benefits rather than knowledge that will last an entire lifetime. Our nation's youth are growing up in an environment where we don't have a tolerance for kids who are the slightest bit different, and I have seen it all around me. This was not part of the dream you had. Your speech reminds me that all of this is wrong and needs to stop. Dr. King, I strongly believe that one day I will write a letter to you of our investment, a life fortified with unity and love that reigns. Yes, this is my dream. The wise man watching with a hat that feels says, the cure for freedom's hunts is freedom still. Thank you, Bachman.
Yes.
Dear Dr. King, when you chose to fight for equality, justice, and fairness for all people, you chose to risk your life so the African American race as a whole could finally go to school with their white counterparts and become successful. You wanted us to make something of ourselves while in the midst of bringing communities together. What this means to me is connecting everyone, no matter what race, and joining hands to make our world a better place. Dr. King, I want to be honest with you. This can be hard to do when you come from a certain kind of community that has always been stereotyped. When a place such as Newark is known for violence, crime, and theft, it is hard to show your face to the world, especially as an African American woman. People say that you can't do the same things as men, and you won't get a higher paying job because people believe you're not fit to do that job. We're even judged by our appearance. But these stereotypes obviously will not go away. But if we can try to get past these stereotypes that separate us, we might actually have a chance to come together and join hands to help unite us. If only you could see how our world has developed. Almost a decade ago, we elected our first African American president. I'd call that progress. If you were here today, I think you would be proud that we took the effort and responsibility to fight for what you believed in. And that's what you've always strived for. Thank you, Charlene.
Dear Dr. King, when you delivered your inspiring I Have a Dream speech, you revealed certain societal goals for this nation, specific to racial equality. Thank you, Dr. King, for standing as a symbol of hope and justice when many felt that their faith was dwindling. Thank you for preaching peace rather than violence in a time period where generational hatred swept the nation. Thank you, Dr. King, for ultimately risking your life to create a better nation for my generation. There has been progress. However, the struggle continues. Unfortunately, Dr. King, we are constantly reminded of the racial divide in this nation when every week there was a new hashtag representing the death of an unarmed African American at the hands of a police officer. When statistically, Black men make up 40% of those incarcerated, and only 13% of the population is Black. We are reminded of the racial divide in this nation through the recent election, where President-elect Donald Trump has promised to make America great again. But my question is, to what specific period of American greatness does he want us to return? Was it during the time in which Africans were stripped of their heritage and culture, transported like goods, and made to slave away without a say for years? Was it the time period in which African Americans and women were not given the right to vote because their say was not significant? Or was it during the time in which land was stolen from Native Americans? Dr. King, despite the hardships we face today, do not worry or fear for our generation. The same way that you gathered up your community to stand up for equality and oppose unfair treatment, we will do the same. You see, I and all of the young people here today are developing with the All-Stars. We are learning how to give voice to our passions and our dreams, and how to create a new path of freedom and liberty for all. We thank you for all that you have done, and we gladly take the baton to continue your work and keep your legacy living on. Sincerely, Keefe.